Hello, everyone. It's Stella here. I hope that you are doing great. Welcome to Bibi and Yaya Show, the place where people come to get inspired about all aspects of life, the vices and the advice. Here we share people's stories so you don't make the same mistakes in life. We then try to provide these people with solutions through the comments section. Our goal is to share experiences and wisdom with all of you. In today's episode, we are here with two stories. One of a man who doesn't trust anybody anymore because of his marriage experience, and another from a woman who found out how her 5-year-old daughter started to behave strangely. Please keep the comments balling in. Write your solutions or opinions that you think will help these people. We will try to reply to all comments, and we'll share our opinions. Please show some love to the ones who share their stories by smashing the thumbs up button below. And if this is your first time watching one of our episodes, subscribe to our channel. We are here to help everyone who needs life advice in any good or difficult situation. So you can share your stories with us at the email address in the description below if you need any help. All right, folks, without further ado, let's get into the first story. But before we begin, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who likes our videos. It helps the channel a lot. This is his side of the story. Hi, I'm Oliver. Twice the experience of my relationship went bad. In both of my serious relationships, I got cheated on. My first relationship started when I got married to Elisa at the very young age of 20 years old. Elisa and I were studying in the same university, not just classmates, but we were both the best of friends. I was popular in the bunking classes, sitting idle or roaming around in the university campus singing or rapping. For doing all this, she was my best company. Singing was our passion, and we never needed a reason to sing. Just a mood made both of us sing. Time passed by, and gradually we had fallen in love where we used to sing. Soon, without completing our studies, we got married. We were both enjoying our life, and for surviving, we planned to do recording in our flat. We bought a mic, speakers, amplifiers, and built a small recording studio in our flat. We took freelancing work for voiceover, and we earned a good amount of money for it. Our freelance work took both of us to another level, and after 2 years, we both saw financial growth. Setting up a huge sound studio needs a good investment, and this time we were capable of bearing all the funds. No sooner we purchased a new office near our apartment and installed the music system and all the required sound accessories. After completing all the setup, we hired 2 boys, Joseph and Luke, as co-workers. And our work started. We all worked full-time, but did fun stuff and party. Everything was going cool, and after 6 months, I got even more great news. Elisa was expecting a baby. What a remarkable day it was. I was blessed, and I was loving life. God showered happiness on me. Until one day, 8 months passed by and Elisa carried our baby safely until then. One day as usual, I left for the studio. Elisa was home alone with our housemaid. Elisa was dusting the staircase and accidentally she slipped and fell down. She fainted on the spot. Our maid was in the kitchen and because the sound Elisa made when she fell, she went out to see what happened. She was shocked looking at Elisa lying on the floor. She immediately took her to the couch, called me, and then called the ambulance. We rushed to the hospital and Elisa was taken to the operating room. I was wrecked and worried for my wife and for the baby too. I was praying that both of them should be safe, but unfortunately, I got the news that we lost our baby. I was disheartened, but I kept myself calm because I didn't want to make Elisa more sad. I went to see Elisa when she was unconscious and wasn't aware of who was around her. Her eyes were closed and she was chanting, "Joseph, Joseph." I was confused initially, but later I realized that Joseph is the boy who works in my studio. After a while, she woke up and asked me about our baby, but at the moment, I was thinking why was she talking about the name Joseph? I wanted to know the truth. So rather than telling her about the baby, I directly questioned her about Joseph. "What is going on between you and Joseph?" She said, "Joseph and I, are you mad? I told her she was chanting Joseph's name when she was unconscious. She panicked and began to sob. She said that she was dating Joseph for the last 2.5 years, and the baby who got miscarried is actually his and not mine. I felt cheated. I had no words. I just went away, leaving my wife behind. I got a divorce with her and broke off the relationship clean and kept myself busy with work. I also removed Joseph from the job and hired more new people. We started taking more projects, and I did promotion of my work to most of the social media sites. I even made the advertisement and sold it to the advertisers. It took me a year to come out of my marriage incident. Then one day, I received an email from Angela. She was looking for a sound studio for designing some of her videos. We met to get the first deal finalized. She was tall, beautiful, and a hot figure. She wanted to get 30 videos of her as designed within 3 months, and she was ready to pay a huge amount for the same. We got the deal done, and all my coworkers worked to complete the project. I was planning to buy a car, and the amount of money which I was supposed to get from this project was sufficient. I started meeting with Angela frequently for the same project, and gradually the professional meetup changed to personal. I shared my personal problems with my wife with her. We started hanging around often and soon started dating each other. I was enjoying her company a lot. Our relationship got stronger and I could blindly trust her. Days passed by, and finally all her video designs were completed. Angela was thrilled with the work. She asked me to give her all the music files on the hard disk, but one of my coworkers said that we can't provide all the files and that she'd need to pay us first. Angela looked at me and said, "Oh dear, don't spoil my plan tomorrow. We're going for a romantic date. I'll give you your payment there along with the surprise." I was ecstatic to know that tomorrow was a big day. I started dreaming about my future with her, and my senses weren't working, and I let her take the hard disk. The next day, I went to said location she had invited me to, a hotel, and the seats were already reserved. I sat on the chair and was waiting for her. She was late, so I called her, but our phone wasn't connecting. Then a waiter came along with a glass of wine. He served me the glass and gave me a note. I surprisingly opened the note to find, "Thanks, honey, for the sounds. He did a fabulous job. And your surprise is that I have left town. And enjoy the wine, Dumbo." My mind was just not ready to accept that. But the fact was, even she cheated on me just to get all the videos done for free. She played with me. How could she do that? All girls are the same. They have no feelings. I feel like I can't trust anybody now. I don't know whether I'll be able to trust anyone. I visited a psychologist and took some therapy so that I can relax my mind. Nowadays, I just remain confused, and it's become difficult for me to make any decision in my life. Kindly suggest to me what I should do in the comment box. If you've also had an experience in the past or any suggestions which will be helpful for me, then kindly share it in the comment section. I'm open for suggestions. Well, that was a heartbreaking story. If you have any such experiences in the past, or if you have any suggestions for him, you can share it in the comment section below and hit the like button. If you liked his story, then please subscribe to this channel and watch more of such videos. Saying that, let's dive into the second story. What's up? My name is Brianna. I'm 29 and stay with my 5-year-old daughter. One day, I was watching my 5-year-old girl playing outside when I first sensed an ominous feeling that something was not right. I did not think much of it at first, rolling it off as a reminder to check if I had forgotten anything. The second and third time I got the feeling, I started to get concerned. I obviously had not forgotten anything major within this time frame. I was left to wonder what this feeling was about when I started to notice changes in my child's behavior. Typically, she would play with many of her toys, constantly switching them around and leaving them out. But now, she was attached to her small brown teddy bear. The bear had been a gift from her biological father for her recent birthday. She had not played with it until only recently. At first, there was nothing particularly concerning about this. She would talk to the bear and tell it stories. It was when she was appearing to have full conversations that I started wondering, was this talking to the bear my child having an extremely vivid imagination? I decided to investigate. I asked my little girl about her teddy bear. The energetic child launched into full detailed stories about the wonderful adventures she had gone on with her teddy. Nothing was peculiar about her stories until she mentioned the stories Teddy would tell her at night. I asked what kind of story she heard. She told me that Teddy would take her to happy places, that there was a land of happiness and he would take her there so she could feel all the happiness. She then asked me something that made my heart stop. She asked me where the good places are that make someone feel super good. She told me that her teddy would touch her good places and take her to Happy Land. I was horrified and immediately took her teddy away. I told her that he needed to go to the hospital for a while because he had a cold. With that said, I took the bear into my room and began opening it up there. I found something that chilled me to my bones. A speaking and listening device and a GPS tracker were stuffed into the stomach of my child's teddy bear. I called the police and reported it, telling them how my daughter began behaving oddly and the story she told me that her teddy had told her. After tracing the speaker and GPS to the original source, they found that her biological father was the culprit of these horrendous stories my child has now heard. He was arrested, and I threw out every gift he had ever given my daughter. Thankfully, we had caught this early enough that my daughter was not severely traumatized. It wasn't long before she was back to her normal self, playing with her many toys and switched them so often that I lost track of how many she has played with. Her imagination runs wild with magic ponies and enchanting tree witches. Her magical creatures create the wonderful story in her mind of the happy place where anything can happen. And Mommy lives in a magic mushroom where we all meet up for tea. Although I was a little concerned about her obsession with the happy place, I was happy that her innocence was still there. Well, guys, that was Brianna and her daughter's story. I am happy that she found out about it soon enough to save her daughter from severe psychological harm. Now you guys need to tell her what you think about her story. We will try to reply to all comments and share our opinions. If you think that you also need some advice or just want to share any life experiences, we have multiple videos on this channel that cover all topics on life. Feel free to watch all of them, but you can always share your stories with us at the email address in the description below. Love you. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you soon with another intriguing story. And don't forget to smash the like button, share the video with others so they can contribute with their solutions, and press the bell icon to subscribe. Bye!